see what they talking about. See what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here on our table where we break it all down. Say what? Break bread right now. So, what's up again? How to go the idea to the application. For a lot of us, it take a lot for us to even come up with ideas, let alone when we do get to the point of coming up with ideas, we get stuck in the process of, darn, that's a great idea, and fail to execute. Similar to somebody who does their homework but don't turn it in. Or somebody who is very fast, but as soon as they make contact with another player on the football field, they stop their feet. Essentially, it is your lack of belief in your ability to push through that essentially sabotages you. So keep in mind, what's up with the shape, bro? Appreciate you. The goal is to go from the idea to the application, aka action. Um, Having the idea is similar to faith without work. A lot of us always think somebody hating on us, but you ain't did nothing. You ain't did nothing. And as sure as you make one decision, indecision begins to set in. Meaning, as sure as you do one thing good, doubt is coming. Doubt is coming. Can I do it again? Whether it's you saying it or somebody else saying it. So much so to the point it become your thought process. So it behooves us, as well as it's important, um, get to a point that we not great ideas yet we have. So when you think about that, you get to a point that you constantly, when you're not doing nothing, you're preparing to be doing something. Meaning, talk to yourself right. Say things that's telling you about the goodness of life, not constantly telling you about how life is a bad place. Because when you think like that too, it's hard for you to even give a darn about trying to do right, let alone fulfill that is within. Meaning the innermost desires that not too many people know, but you. So it's important that you set out to do what you was meant to do. By what? Getting from the idea to the application. Getting from the idea to the application. No more time to be wasted. No more time to be waiting. Everything you need is within you. George Washington Carver put together a lot of his inventions by way of the things that he found in other people's trash. Quite frankly, when you think about him needing the materials to apply what he needed to do, he stopped at nothing. So that's the same thing I'm telling you. Stop at nothing. Don't let nothing be the reason why you don't do something. You say you want to do this. You say you want to bring forth this for the upliftment of others. Most of all, remember that. If you want Godspeed, make sure you're doing something that's going to help the people. Make sure you're providing solutions. Not just, hey, well, shoot, I want this, so they say you can make money this way. That's why a lot of times we don't make it where we trying to go. That's why a lot of times we never reach our goals, because we doing things just because somebody told you was going to make some money off of the shit. Just because. All the while, your heart ain't in it. And as long as your heart ain't in it, you ain't going to do what you supposed to do, and you ain't going to be authentic about it. And quite frankly, when people see that you're not authentic about things, they begin to question whether or not I should believe anything you saying. Anything you saying. I always tell people, my sincerity is my credentials. At times when I could have been doing anything or told people anything, I told you things that was gonna better you, not things that was just gonna make me look better than you. So keep that in mind when you perceiving who should be leading. You feel me? It's you that you should believe in. Anybody to tell you anything different is deceiving. There's no question. You are the reason. You are the reason. You are the greatness that you're seeking. And it's your time. It's your season. It's your season. Remember, it's you that you should be believing. When you say something, it will be done. If you want to change your life, change the happiness, that happens in your life, you have to change your mind in the way that you even view life. If you perceive life as just the nonsense, then what? You only gonna get the nonsense. You feel me? And people that go through nonsense all the time reciprocate their environment. You be talking to some people and you be like, dang, he ain't make no sense. You feel me? You sit around and listen to stuff all the time that don't make no sense. It's kind of hard for you to get something if you ain't been getting it. I mean, it's hard for you to get something if you ain't been giving nothing. So quite frankly, take the times when things is good. We should take the time to listen to stuff that's gonna teach us things. Not just sit around and be like, well, things are good, I can sit back and chill. I mean, I understand people want to relax, etc. But if you program your mind to release dopamine because you said you was gonna read a book, because I mean, you can get it to release this dopamine regardless to what you do. It's just the fact that you said you was gonna do something and you doing it that leads to the dopamine release. So tell your mind you want to read this book that's gonna teach you how to, fulfill your desires to provide a solution for people. And as sure as you tell your mind this, guess what? Your mind will begin to look for passageways to get there, as well as connect to the ultimate consciousness that is within all of us, and we all exhibit just a little bit of it. You know what I mean? To an extent. I used to always tell people, like, I really can't tell you the directions. Appreciate y'all coming in. Make sure y'all tap that like button, drop a comment, say what's up. It's my way of saying what's up to you. But I used to tell people, I really can't tell you directions to get somewhere, but I can take you. And quite frankly, I recognize now that came from, all of our innate abilities to tap into the all-seeing, the all-knowing consciousness that is within all of us. But it isn't until you choose to tap in, ask for the sensitivity to know when you're tapped in. You feel me? To know when you're tapped in. I know how to open doors within you because I've opened all the doors within me, as well as I continue, all the doors that I know of. Let's do it like that. You know what I'm saying? As well as I continue to grow more and more with each day. Not limiting myself, but I do know that the main thing is, it's like a house, right? You open the front door, right? Facing things head on. You go through that back door, a lot of times you coming from the back side of the house or the back side of that community. Meaning the way everybody views things is that's the back way, right? So for a lot of us, instead of going through the front door, like this is our place, we've been so used to going through the back door. We've been going through the back door feeling like, well, you know, if it happens, then I'll be happy. Rather than going through the front door, intentionalizing. When you first get that house, you put that key in that front door like, man, this what I've been working for. This what all my hard efforts paid off to, you feel me? So we need to look at life that same way. Get to the point with life that you going through the front door of life. You facing life head on. Ain't no back door. Ain't no back door. Cause as sure as you back door, you gonna get back door. It's the energies different than relationships. No different than relationships. The same thing that make you love a person, it'll be the same reason why you can't stand them. You know what I'm saying? Too much of anything can be bad. And if you only focused on the good things that you like about a person, guess what? That's that too much of anything being bad. Rather than you seeking understanding, realizing, darn, that's some few qualities I do love about this person. Because what? It's the beauty in the struggle. It's the beauty in the struggle, meaning how people go through things. You feel me? A lot of the people I fell in love with, I found out about their story and realized they've been through so much shit. I was like, dang, and they still choose to be sweet to me. You feel? To me, that's beautiful. So the same thing I would tell y'all, recognize side and that's the side where you can see all my scars, all my flaws. But if you seeking to understand, then recognize this what I went through so I can be a better man. This what I went through so I can be a better woman for some of us. You feel me? Like, don't get it twisted. Sometimes you need to get to the point that you limit your options. A lot of times I was told as a kid that animals don't have the ability to reason. They just deal off instincts, you feel me? Well, they say the thing that separates humans from animals is our ability to reason, right? But you gotta cut down on some of the shit you reason though. You gotta cut down on some of the things that soothe your ego, but ain't getting you nowhere in life. Ain't getting you nowhere. Again, you getting that backdoor treatment. You get in here or there, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then, when somebody can sneak you in, versus, hey, you made your way. You paved your own way. And now you got the keys to the front door. Now you got the keys to the front door. Long live Hot Boy Nitty. Long live all our ancestors. I appreciate everybody who been rocking out with me. Again, this is the start of getting from the idea to the application series. We're gonna look back in a minute and say, dang, I remember when all I did was have great ideas. But now I'm to the point I have great ideas, and while the iron is still hot, I strike to apply my ideas, taking action. I don't know how many of y'all done had a great idea and you didn't actually carry it out. But the next thing you know, you looked up and your idea was on TV. Somebody else was doing it. Again, we all are connected to this one consciousness, the greater consciousness. How you doing? That is what some of us would call God, the ancestor room, the Akashic, right? Only time a lot of us, you and me, is when we pass away. And go forward and face it head on. Face it head on, family. Face it head on. That being said, I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one. kinfolk. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We just broke bread right now. Say. Ain't it a beautiful thing when kings and queens intervene and change up the whole scene?